Last night a bitch nigga shot a real nigga. But we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it. And they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, to get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well, it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well, then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater, her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Let some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a roof. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing that's worth it, Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wookie-woo, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back. We ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God. Now woo-dee-woo, something. Know the police listen, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking now woo-dee-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave you bleeding where you running. Swear to God, nigga.
What's the deal, y'all? Rich Sharper tapping in, TNN Trap News Network, back in the same, like cook, cracking the same, here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college. Big dog, tap in with the tap in to make sure you are in fact tapped in with that good tap in with everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. We finna jump into this Contiana man back with more Negra and her meth addiction and getting powing with people. You feel me? But before we jump into all that, we need y'all to hit the like, we need y'all to hit the comment, we need y'all to hit the good subscribe button for everything we have going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that newsington you can usington. It's that knowledge you ain't finna get in nobody's college. If you want to be a part of this Trap News Network family, hit me up on Instagram, TRAPNEWS. NETWORX, that's Trap News Network. Hit me up on Instagram. We try to get you a part of this potentially paid opportunity, man, but you got to be a hard worker. That's the reason why we ain't found nobody, because we ain't found nobody who's a real hard worker yet, man. So you know how that go. But we finna jump into this content. Without no further do's or don'ts. Let's jump into it and see what this young, beautiful lady has going on in her gangsta past. Let's go.
Ooh, just start. Everything is right outside your door as a kid. Like, you're just outside. You're selling crack.
Yeah, I was.
Click on you.
Yeah, actually, you know what? So my mom, when my parents got divorced, she started being with, she got jungle fever, right? So she's went from like with my dad non-speaking English, like he laughs,
She's
everything,
like, let me find
right?
a brother.
And he, at work, this light-skinned black man.
Black.
Well, he is.
It's so funny. Every time a Mexican person calls a black guy a black, it's still funny.
It's because I feel like awkward saying that, you know?
Yeah,
but that's my...
Because it's racist. And they can't quite figure out why it's racist. But you know, if you're uncomfortable and awkward saying it, it's a wrong way to say it, and there's a much better way you could have said it, because it's a racist statement. And we try to act like it's not a racist statement, but it is a racist statement. That's why nobody wants to say it out loud publicly, because it's a racist statement.
I loved him. Like, he was he was so good to us. But he was undercover kid.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And my mom, like, he would go on these binges, and my mom wouldn't know. She was this naive Mexican lady, right? Like, now she's not, but obviously, like, before, she was this naive Mexican lady. Like, this fool would leave on binges.
Really?
In her car. Like, I was like, damn, this fool's, like, doing bad.
Wow.
So, obviously, at this time, I'm already, like, 10 years old and 11 or whatever, and I'm already, like, I found his pipe.
Wow. You hit it, or you just looked at it?
No, I didn't fucking hit it, bro.
You ended up doing right?
I smoked Primos. Never smoked.
That's Yola and Tree. So you might not have did Yak, but you did Yola and Tree.
Straight.
Because that's one of my memories of when Lush interviewed Icon back in the day, that I watched like half of it, and I remember just being like, God, they talked about smoking Primos for so long.
Basehead ass fools.
I know, but it was just like such like a shared bond between them.
Yeah, no, smoking is kind of intense.
But wait, okay, so you put in the blunt, and does it get you like to like the way that it would if you smoked like out of the pipe, or is it a little?
It's a little less.
It is, right?
Yeah, and I don't smoke blunts. I'm more of like a joint girl.
Okay.
So I just smoke little tiny primos.
I just remember I remember trying to do some research and reading a lot of people saying that smoking doesn't do it.
Well, yeah, well, smoking is not smoking crack.
Well, but like putting in the blunt, because we used to do that a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah, it doesn't hit you the same. It
But
doesn't
okay,
even burn
but
right.
crack in the blunt is better.
Yeah,
It's like wax.
I wouldn't.
Crack in the blunt. What is the world coming to where ADAM22 is encouraging people to put yak in the blunt? You tripping, bro?
Compare it to wax, but bro,
Nobody needs to be a yak head.
well, that shit is kind of intense. Like, you
Okay.
just, but the thing is like all you want to do is all you do is think about hitting it again. Like, it's weird. It's dumb. Honestly, I don't even know why people even. I wasn't a kid.
Okay.
I was more of a head.
Okay. When did that come
So
in?
she was off Yistel. Got it.
I was like 16, like 15.
Okay. Who got you into that?
A girlfriend of mine.
And she was like, yo, this fire.
We were at a barbecue. You know, like before in the late 90s, early 2000s, they had like the barbecue Sundays and, you know, the barbecues in the backyard with the tanks.
Oh,
Like,
even back then, really? Wow.
yeah, not even like, well, you're not.
Knots is an old thing. Mexicans been huffing and doing balloons forever, bro. This is a very old thing. That's not anything new.
From here, huh?
No.
Okay, so you wouldn't know about 90s barbecues, sweet Sundays, and all of that, right? It was like a thing. It was like the house parties, and it was really, really fun. And on Sundays, they would have barbecues, flyer barbecues. Everybody would go. And this time, my friend was like, hey, we have this. You want to try it? Yeah, so we started just for fun. It wasn't like, I'm going to start this because I'm depressed and I want to cover up the feelings. So who knows? Maybe deep down inside, that's what it was. But in reality, for me, it was just, hey, we're just going to start for fun.
Right. And was there anybody telling you, like, hey, this is really bad, this is going to fuck you up? No.
No one. We were just like, yeah. I didn't sleep for 2 days. We did one of these moves, you know, put all the flyers on the wall.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a trip. And since that day, it was just like nonstop.
And was it mostly, like you say, you got into it hanging out with the girls? Was this something where, like, immediately then you start doing it with the bros as well, or was everybody doing it?
Everybody was doing it.
Okay.
Well, it was just kind of, well, with my homeboys, I didn't really get high till I was older. I mean, I would smoke primos while we were slanging, things like that, but I didn't start smoking meth with my homies until I was already in my 20s.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Okay.
You
And
know?
what other kind of stuff are you guys doing? You're just hanging out, you're selling drugs, you're getting f***ed up, you're
That's all.
kicking it with the other chicks that you're friends with.
Yeah, bringing the chicks to the hood, you know.
Okay. And do you get put on the hood at a certain point?
Yeah, I was in a.
Oh, so she's official. She's not just hanging around, kicking it with guys and all that kind of stuff, you know, doing whatever. She's official. She's hanging out. She's putting in work. She did say she went to the penitentiary, though, so that does make sense, too.
I was in junior high.
Okay.
Yeah.
What'd they do to you?
I got jumped in to the clique, Drew Street.
By chicks.
Yeah,
How many of them?
just like 2 big girls.
And they whooped your ass?
Not
or what?
even. They're like, oh, we need to get you again because we didn't get you good. I was like,
Double put on?
yeah.
What?
But you know, it's different.
Y'all cool with the Lucky Charm pancakes? Do you guys like it with the Lucky Charms in it? Yes. Okay, we'll try to do it with other like cereals and cookies and stuff too. When I'm making you guys pancakes, I'll keep trying different things and see what you guys like the most. But did you guys like the Lucky Charm pancakes? Can you taste the mushrooms and the mushrooms, the marshmallows? Mushrooms, that's for me. The marshmallows in the cereal? Yes. Okay, the mushrooms is for me. It's not for them.
It's different.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you didn't get any, like, mortal wounds, no serious injuries?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
Damn. Were you thinking about rapping at that time or no?
I never rapped.
No, I'm just wondering. Like, it just seems like, you know, you're doing all the drugs, you're partying, you're in a gang, you're supposed to start rapping, right? Like, by today's standards.
Yeah, no, that's not the way it works, you know?
Okay.
Obviously, before we couldn't even be on camera.
Right. So it was, like, very serious like that?
Very serious. As when I was a teenager, it was completely different. You know, it's just my friends were outside hanging out. Everybody's older brothers from the neighborhood. You know, their brothers get busted and then they become part of the gang. And I don't have no family from my neighborhood at all. I am how I am. I am just me, one person.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And was there much structure at that time? Was there, like, you know, we would always kind of compare and contrast, like, different races and gangs, everything like that.
Well,
Like, did it feel like there were, like, old heads who were kind of in charge of shit?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, it was super structured. There's actually no black people where I live. at all. Like they weren't able to live there.
And what? Because you ran them out, or?
Well, I'm not gonna say me, but yeah, it's just
other people ran them
other
out.
people.
Okay.
You know, it doesn't. That's how it was.
Because that was one thing I was wondering about that time period is like how bad was the Mexican on black violence?
It was really bad.
It was, huh?
Well, at least where I lived, like there was no black people whatsoever.
Okay.
Yeah, I was the only negra.
Wait, so where'd the name come from, right? Yeah, that's confusing to me.
She's negra because she's a brown-skinned black woman.
My mom.
Oh, okay. She gave you that name.
She's always called me negra.
And negra in Spanish translates to what?
It's black.
Black woman?
I'm the dark-skinned one of the family.
Okay. Really?
Yeah.
So the rest of your family's not as dark as you?
Not at all.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you could just take a word that's a color and you
what the fuck
change
we
it
want.
from an O to an A, boom, it's
Orange is the new black.
Okay. No, I like it. Sounds cool.
Yeah, right?
Okay. Would you say, if I had asked you at that time, if I had said, what do you actually really think of black people, would you have said?
I had a black stepdad.
Okay, so you weren't actually racist?
No,
you were just
I'm
kind
not
of
racist whatsoever.
territorial?
Yeah, well, I just got to follow suit. That's how it goes.
But did you?
And this is where the issue comes with the black and the brown community. They'll say they're not racist, but I got to follow suit in acts of racism, which makes you racist. So you can't tell me, I hate black trash cans, but then an order comes out that every time I see a black trash can, I have to destroy it. Then by default, I hate black trash cans. That's it. Well, I don't personally hate black trash cans, but the people above me hate black trash cans, so I got to take out black trash cans when I see black trash cans, which makes you a facilitator of hatred towards black trash cans, which would make you prejudiced against black trash cans, if not in your mental, but for sure in your physical and your actions, which still makes you a racist or prejudiced against black trash cans.
Did you have harsh feelings towards the stepdad once you realized he was an undercover crackhead?
No, I feel bad.
Okay.
I feel bad. No, I've never been like a super judgmental person. I'm super sensitive and I'm very caring and very emotional. I'm a woman and we're supposed to feel those things. And me watching my mom did hurt me, but once I figured out the addiction part, as far as when I got older, then I saw him completely different because he was always so good to us. Obviously he would leave on his binges because he didn't get high at home, which I gotta at least respect that.
Right.
I can definitely respect that. He didn't get high at home. He made it a point to go take that away from the family. I can respect that for sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's cool. I took a lot of pride in hiding my weed smoking from my kid up till this point. At some point, she's gonna figure it out, but
Yeah, I don't smoke in front of my son either.
Yeah.
My oldest, he already knows. He's 22.
22, yeah, 22 for sure. You're figuring shit out.
Oh, that fool knows. I
Yeah.
mean, come on. I left him when I went to prison. He's been through it all.
Okay, so you're just kind of running around the streets doing your thing. Are you making any legitimate amount of money, or are you just making enough money to kind of keep getting up and hanging out?
Yeah, pretty much. When I was a teen, pretty much.
Okay.
And when I was 18, I lived by myself. I got my own place with my roommate, which is my friend. She's still my friend. On the block, and we were just partying there, getting high, all methed out. My mom would even give me money to help me pay the bills.
No worries.
No worries, living it up, living my best life.
Right.
I lived my life the way I wanted to live. Like, I don't have no regrets. I feel like if you're living in a certain lifestyle, live it to the max. Just don't be a fucking crybaby about it after.
Right, definitely. So you actively beefing with like other neighborhoods and stuff?
Yeah, it's how it goes.
Right.
She said it's so soft. Yeah, that's how it goes. Of course we are.
But you're like really taking part in it? You're like
Yeah, go
sliding?
writing on
As
walls.
they say now, sliding?
Writing on walls, hey, where you from? Kind of vibes, yes.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, I did it all.
So you have all kinds of stuff that you can't tell us about?
Yeah, especially because,
There's no statute of
Because everybody goes to jail like no jumper.
limitations on murder, yeah.
well, no, not even just that. I just feel like this is,
So you got a body?
no, I mean, do I got a body? I sure do.
Okay, that's probably gone. That's not for me.
That is an amazing answer. She just gave the best answer out of anybody who was asked that question on No Jumper.
I can't be worried about those things.
I sure do. I have bodies, yeah.
Okay.
I have my body, yeah.
You can tell me. I'm not going to tell anyone.
No, Adam.
I'll bleep it out.
No.
No murders. Okay, that's cool.
No murders.
But you shot that thing up in the air a few times?
Oh, for sure. Gang of times. New Year's, here I come.
Okay, so you just saw the clip.
All right, man, we've about into the next one. Y'all know the deal. It's red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. It's free Avenue Angel Tweets free. We go.